All right, folks, welcome to The Collapse. My name is Adam Livingston, and I am the Bitcoin Wizard. You know that vibe that you get when you look at literally anything now? That creeping suspicion that nothing is real and everyone is lying to you. That's not paranoia, that's just Tuesday. I swear I've been feeling this way for a few years now. Society just feels broken, and that is because we are living through the Great Unraveling. A time when every institution that you were told to trust is melting down faster than Hunter Biden at a laptop repair shop. You want to talk about collapse? I'm talking everywhere. Science sold out to big pharma, media bought by BlackRock, education $200,000 for a degree in unclenching your anus gender perspectives. Medicine, they'll fix your depression by selling you a $1,000 a month pill that causes suicidal ideation and spontaneous diarrhea. And then of course there's money. You know, the thing that you swap your life for so you can afford rent, groceries, and maybe just a gallon of gas that costs more than a therapy session. Try asking the average American to explain what money even is now. They will look at you like your dog looks at your Roomba. And let's not forget our elected officials. Did you vote for these people? Did you choose the 92-year-old with dementia or the 81-year-old with dementia or the TikTok influencer reading a CIA teleprompter? Does it matter? You might as well vote for McDonald's Grimace Shake. And what's the result? Nobody believes anything anymore. Your doctor is on the take, your professor hates you, your boss will replace you with a chatbot the moment HR gives the green light. The media's only job is to keep you angry and buying things you don't need with money that you don't have. Just trust the experts. Okay, which ones? The ones selling you fentanyl-laced cough drops or the ones assuring you that inflation is good actually? In this glorious hellscape, everyone's living in their own simulation. No one agrees on basic facts anymore. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's an OnlyFans entrepreneur with 14 streaming subscriptions and $16,000 in credit card debt. The collapse isn't coming, folks. It's already here. It's televised and it's sponsored by Zyn and DraftKings. In the age of the unraveling, the only thing you can trust is that everything's about to get a whole lot weirder. And thank God that we have Bitcoin. So let's talk about the real pandemic, economic degeneracy. And no, I'm not talking about the guy buying scratch-offs with food stamps. I'm talking about the fact that every central bank on earth is now running the world's largest OnlyFans. Except instead of feet pics, they're selling off for your future likes from Wall Street. Do you feel wealthier lately? Ask yourself that. Seriously, of course you don't. Because fiat currency is debasing your time and energy faster than an influencer can say, link in bio. You work 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and what do you get? You get the privilege of financing a used 2016 Toyota Corolla at a 10% APR. A $2,300 rent for a 400 square foot luxury apartment, and if you're really lucky, you get to split the check on a $19 Venmo for a Big Mac on your Tinder date. Meanwhile, the boomers, God love them, are sitting in pretty homes that they bought for $38,000 in 1983. They're nodding sagely while telling you to save your money if you want to own property. Lady, the only way I'm owning property is if my landlord dies and forgets to forward the eviction notice. So let's not forget, everything is on credit now. Car loans, student loans, buy now, pay later plans for everything from $80 AirPods to freaking Subway sandwiches. You ever seen a guy finance a Subway footlong over 18 months? I have. It's called America. And when things inevitably go sideways, don't worry, the Fed's got your back. They'll just print another few $1 trillion and inject liquidity into the markets. It's like giving morphine to a guy with both legs missing. He might feel better, but he's not running anywhere. So here's the deal, my dearest little children. You're not broke. You are being harvested. Your wages, your savings, your dreams. And the only thing that goes up only anymore is the price of anxiety meds. Welcome to the casino. The house always wins, and you are the house's lunch. So let's talk about the next pillar of collapse, politics, or as I like to call it, the world's most expensive LARP. Tell me, when was the last time you looked at the people running the country and thought, yeah, that's the best humanity has to offer? We're living in a time where you get to choose between two parties, the red brand of kleptocrat and the blue brand of crypt keeper, both fully sponsored by BlackRock, Raytheon, and whatever pharmaceutical company is running the next study. You want Want democracy? Well, too bad. You get a game show where your vote matters as much as the terms and conditions on a dating app. Don't like the candidates? Well, too bad. You can have grandpa with magic eyebrows or grandpa who thinks he's in 1974. And you better vote, because that's how we keep the freedom flowing right into the hands of lobbyists and Pentagon contractors. The political class does not solve problems, they farm them. Inflation up? Well, just send out a meme about greedflation and hold a hearing. Bank collapses? Blame TikTok. War breaks out? Oops, buy another 10 million drones and promise accountability while pocketing the cost of a small nation's GDP. And the scandals, oh, the scandals. It's a revolving door of insider trading, classified docs in the sock drawer, and leaked PowerPoints about why you can't take $600 out of your bank account without facial recognition. The only bipartisan agreement left is let's get paid and blame the Russians. Meanwhile, the population is forced to pick a side and scream at each other on Twitter as if voting for the other old man will suddenly make eggs cost $2 again. So what do? You check out. You start realizing the only candidate that isn't lying, senile, or running a human trafficking ring is Bitcoin. But we'll get to that. For now, let's watch this circus burn while the clowns cash their checks and the NPCs hit like on their 14th Ukraine flag filter. If you want to measure the overall downfall of civilization, you don't look at the stock market, you look at the For You page. We've reached the point where culture is basically the competition to see who can monetize their own humiliation the fastest. The ancient Greeks had Socrates, Plato, and the birth of democracy. We have Mr. Beast eating 10,000 hot dogs and 19-year-olds doing ASMR mukbangs for tips from dudes named Crypto Daddy 420. The biggest stars in America now are talkers who film themselves lip-syncing or twerking or doing NPC streams pretending to be a video game character for virtual coins. Anyone with an IQ above room temperature is shadow banned or demonetized for hate speech, also known as basic reality. We have pornography on demand, outrage on tap, and a 24/7 pipeline of micro dopamine hits. You wonder why everyone is anxious, depressed, and addicted? You're not meant to be exposed to more butts per hour than a Renaissance king saw in a lifetime. We used to have heroes, now we have OnlyFans entrepreneurs selling bathtub water and mental breakdowns as a subscription service. And let's not forget influencers paid 6 figures to hawk hair gummies, crypto scams, and manifestation journals while living in $8,000 a month Airbnbs that they can't even afford. Your childhood heroes used to sing and play guitar, now they review Amazon knickknacks and beg for super chats. And who's buying all this, you ask? The average person zombified on doom scrolling, desperately filling the existential void with DoorDash, Delta 8 vapes, and their 9th streaming service they can't even remember the login for. Culture is dead, replaced by a content farm where attention is mined and souls are strip mined. The only art form left is the meme, and the meme is the message. It's all a joke and you're the punchline. But don't worry, the next slide will be even more dystopian. Let's talk technological degeneracy. Remember when technology was supposed to free us? Flying cars, robots doing the dishes, weekends at the moon casino? Yeah, now it's ChatGPT writing breakup texts and drones delivering Zoloft because you can't afford therapy. Artificial intelligence is here not to liberate but to automate the last scraps of your dignity. First, they replaced factory workers, then they replaced cashiers. Now the machines are gunning for knowledge workers, aka people who copy paste in Slack all day and call it consulting. You know that things are bad when your boss wants you to train your replacement, which is $29 a month, software as a service that does your job in 18 seconds, never takes lunch, and doesn't sue for discrimination. The future, it's you triple checking your resume against an algorithm that thinks your college degree is a spam email. Meanwhile, privacy is a total joke. Your phone is listening, your fridge is snitching, and your car is tracking you like an ankle monitor with a Bluetooth speaker. Deepfakes mean that you can't trust anything. Your grandma's Facebook profile just endorsed Dogecoin and started a YouTube cooking channel. All your data, your thoughts, your hopes, your dreams owned, rented out, and weaponized against you by the highest bidder. And let's not forget mass censorship either. Post a meme with the wrong flag, deplatformed. Question inflation, medical misinformation. You're not even a customer anymore. You're raw material. You're the chicken nugget, not the chicken. All this progress is sold to you as convenience. You don't own anything, but hey, at least you get 24/7 access to a TikTok filter that turns you into a dancing hot dog, while AI eats your dinner and your landlord eats your paycheck. But hey, look on the bright side. Soon you'll be able to lose your job, your data, and your self-respect all at the speed of light. So now let's talk about corporate degeneracy, because if you thought robots were bad, wait until we talk about your CEO. Corporate America, the one thing that unites left and right, rich and poor, boomer and zoomer in a single unbreakable truth. Everything is a scam with a logo on it. Do you remember when companies made stuff? Like actual things that worked? Now every brand is a hedge fund in a Halloween costume. Airlines lose your luggage, then charge you $75 to talk to a robot named Linda. Hospitals bill you $14,000 for Tylenol and a single-use plastic cup. Don't worry, it's covered by your bankruptcy attorney. Let's talk CEOs. The average one makes 400x their median employee, which is weird because the median employee is literally peeing in a bottle to meet your quarterly synergy targets. Every HR department now doubles as an ideological purity cult. Want a raise? Well, sorry, that money's been allocated to diversity, equity, and your CEO's third yacht fund. So don't forget ESG, which stands for environmental, social, and governance, also known as excuses, scams, and grift. Companies score points for rainbow logos and carbon credits bought from a shell company in the Bahamas, while running sweatshops, dumping chemicals, and lobbying for more bailouts. It is a global shell game, and if you can't see the scam, congratulations, that means that you're the product. And let's not even start on innovation. Every app now wants a subscription. Soon you'll need a monthly pass to flush your own toilet. Food companies are selling you plant-based chicken made of soy, sadness, and cricket flour, and selling it as sustainable while your medical insurance gets downgraded to a GoFundMe link. But the best scam of all of this is for your own good. Remember, you're not an employee, you're a family member in the world's most dysfunctional cult, where the family Christmas party is a virtual meeting and the punch is just a link to an online compliance seminar. You think you're climbing the ladder, but the only thing up there is the chief executive officer's rectum and an employee engagement survey. But don't worry, next up I'm going to talk about the final form of the collapse, the spiritual degeneracy. Because where everything else is broken, the only thing left to hollow out is your soul. Alright, now we have hit rock bottom. You survived economic rot, political circus, TikTok brainworms, robo overlords, and HR grifts. Now it's time for the ultimate collapse, spiritual degeneracy, the deep, unfillable hole at the center of the modern soul. Once upon a time, people went to church, sought wisdom, built families, communities, and meaning. Now, the only altar is a 7-inch OLED screen, and the only sacrament is Amazon Prime. People wake up, they check their phone, they inhale 43 notifications, and instantly start worshiping the algorithm. Your morning prayer is, please God, let my last post get 17 likes so I can feel alive for 12 seconds. All those ancient religions got it wrong because the one true God is the dopamine spike. Your identity has now become whatever you last bought on Instagram or TikTok shop. You are what you consume. iPhone, Tesla, Uggs, cold brew, $7 oat milk latte, limited edition Funko Pop, whatever. Meaning, try retail therapy with a side of fries. Want to feel connected? Join our local community and get exclusive emotes for $49.99 a month. You too can fill the void. So if you feel empty, congratulations, you are spiritually aligned with the entire culture. Even your quest for self-care is just a Target shopping spree and 90 minutes of guided meditation on an app that sells your sleep data to BlackRock. We don't believe in anything except whatever is trending. People are so desperate for meaning in this day and age, they'll join a cult, they'll buy crystals, or they'll run for city council. All just different flavors of existential cope. And when the pain gets too much, numb it with the pharmaceutical, a subscription subscription box, a filter, a pill, a notification, another binge, another scroll, another buy. No one is seeking God. Everyone is just trying to escape the void. But here's the wild part. When every foundation collapses, when trust, money, politics, culture, tech, corporations, and meaning are all bankrupt, people finally start searching for something real. Which brings me to my rallying cry. You've made it this far through the 7 circles of clown world hell. The house is burning, the foundation's gone, and society's collapsed into a psychedelic dumpster fire. So what do? You opt out. You run for the fire exit while the cover band is still playing Uptown Girl. And that raft is Bitcoin. You have feelings, you have credentials, you have your pronouns, you have your credit score, you have your country's national anthem, but Bitcoin doesn't care about any of them. It doesn't change the rules, it doesn't censor your speech, it doesn't get rug pulled by a politician with insider info. It's incorruptible money outside of this broken system in a world where every system is turning to rot. Bitcoin is floating above the wreckage of failed banks, canceled celebrities, seized accounts, and the tier of 8,000 elite economists who think inflation is temporary. You don't need to ask permission. You don't need to trust some government technocrat who can't find their own email password. You just need to learn 12 words and have the will to say, not your keys, not your cheese. This is not about getting rich quick, folks. This is about getting free forever. While they print more money, pass more laws, demand more data, and strip mine your soul for another like, you are building a sovereign future out of pure math, energy, and willpower. So get off the sinking ship, stack sats like your life depends on it, because one day it might. Build, save, learn, secure your value. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your barber. Tell your one aunt Janice that has the very hairy mole on her face. Tell your uncle Cletus who's out there peddling peyote. Because when the ultimate flood comes and it's already raining, you can tell the only ones who survive are the ones who choose the ark before the water touched their knees. Opt out, stack Bitcoin. Welcome to the other side. My name is Adam Livingston. I am the Bitcoin Wizard. If you enjoyed this content, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends and family so we can spread the orange gospel to the masses. Have a terrific day. Class dismissed.